G'day everybody. So we're just coming up to Jean Luc now, just slopping around in a bit of a sea, flying his kite, and looking very good. It's a bit grey and drizzly out here. It's just starting to rain, and it's overcast. There's probably only about 10 knots of breeze, maybe 10 to 15, and we'll be up to him shortly. So we're just going to angle the camera a bit better here. That's a bit better, and I'll see if I can get this down a bit. Oh, it's going up. What's going on here?
You need to bend down to look down.
Oh yeah, got it. Then hold it. Ah, gotcha. Okay, we got a new gimbal here. I'm on the wrong side, so I'm going to come forward here and try and see what's going on. So, wow, quite a few boats out here. We're we're a couple of miles, 2 or 3 miles offshore now, and still a bit lumpy, but he's looking pretty good. So, yep, under spinnaker. What a way to enter Les Sables D'olonne after circumnavigating the world, totally unassisted and with a dinged up mast. Fantastic. Yep, absolutely fantastic. So, there's a bagpiper. Look at that. I don't know, you probably can't hear him there, but there's a bagpiper there. Give him a bit of an entry. I'm going to come right up the front here now and see if we can get close to say g'day. Everyone's intrigued about the mast probably, but it's the last thing that Jean Luc has on his mind right now. So, okay, security boats, media boats, all sort of happening. He's got a clean hull, that's for sure, so he's happy about that. Hydrovane steered him all the way around the world without any problems. He's still got his water generator in the water right now, and we've got quite a nice fleet here of all sorts of boats. And Robin, of course. Hang on, I've got to get this camera working right. So what do you reckon, Robin?
He's looking good, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just coming, he's looking so calm, just sitting there, got his speed up. It's not as much wind as he'd like probably, but he's just quietly making his way into the finish line.
Yeah.
Looking good.
And we've got Yannick here as well from the agglomeration. What do you reckon, Yannick? The loop's just about done.
Look at my smile. How happy am I?
Yeah, it's fantastic. We'll have a bit of a chat on the way round. But for now, certainly very good to see him. Coming in under kite, looking as if he's been for a bit of a Sunday afternoon sail, sort of. So we'll get over there shortly and see if we can give him a bit of a wave. So we'll just get. Here we go. We've got Aida here now.
Salut à tous, hop, donne, on le perd pas. C'est un moment de grande émotion pour nous tous, pour moi surtout de le voir là et arriver avec le panache qu'on lui connaît, et on ne s'attendait pas du tout à le voir arriver sous spi ce matin ici, comme vous l'entendez un peu au son de la cornemuse, comme lors d'une de ses arrivées du Vendée Globe il y a bien longtemps. Pour notre part à tous, ça se sent sur les bateaux, très ému. Nous avons tous vécu ici beaucoup d'arrivées de Jean Luc aussi. C'est son 6e tour du monde, vous le savez bien. Mais celle-ci a une saveur particulière. Et de le voir là, à la barre, d'être sur ce bateau avec Robin qui le regarde, Robin Johnson, le gagnant de la première Golden Globe, voir arriver Jean Luc, son ami, dans cette baie des Sables D'olonne. Jean Luc, comme vous le savez, à qui nous devons l'arrivée de la course au sable, je vous le dirai tout à l'heure. Je vous repasse donne pour une petite seconde.
Okay, so boats are all clamouring for positions here and getting a bit close, but fantastic. There's about a 1.5 metre swell, I suppose, and the big winds coming this afternoon are still probably 6 hours away. So Jean Luc's done a great job to get in ahead of that, and timing's pretty perfect, only an hour after suggested. So his mainsail looks good, his spinnaker looks good, decks look good, you know. He's doing okay, but it looks like he's had some fun adventures along the way. We all know that, and there's a lot of people looking forward to having a good chat with him, and we'll certainly be talking with him in the next month at different times, so you can look out for that and see what's going on board. Jean Luc! He's concentrating. Bonjour, monsieur! Behind you! Hey! Hello! Okay, he's seen us now, so he knows what's going on. Looking good. Oh. He wants some pictures, I think, in there. So this is lots of different people there. Where's okay, Ada, do you want to go around there and do a French with Robin and Yannick? Plenty of boats here. Just hang on. Go down there and they can speak.
Nous essayons de bouger un peu pour voir ce que ressentent nos deux voisins. Hi Robin.
Bonjour.
Est-ce que tu parles un petit peu français?
Un petit peu.
Qu'est-ce que tu ressens de voir Jean-Luc Vandenet, ton ami, gagner après toi?
Je suis très très contente. Hein? C'est superbe. Il est très calme. Il avance pour le finir. Calme, superbe.
Il est beau avec le spi.
Jean Luc just realises Robin and Yannick here, so they're all good, close, strong friends. We all are. So very exciting for all of us. But maybe Yannick.
Yannick, et vous vous sentez comment, vous, qui avez fait ce pari fou il y a un an?
Regardez cette course qui arrive. Je suis un peu triste parce que c'est le début de la fin de la course, mais je suis tellement heureux pour Jean Luc VDH et pour la course.
Superbe.
Robin, vous partagez avec Jean-Luc, en plus de la navigation, aussi un certain don pour la chanson, n'est-ce pas?
I didn't complete.
You are, as Jean-Luc Vandenet, you are a big sailor, but you are also a very good singer. You have a lot of quality, both of you.
No, Jean-Luc is the better singer.
Il avoue Robin que Jean-Luc est un meilleur chanteur que lui.
Undoubtedly, sans doute. He's also an extremely good sailor.
Et il est un excellent marin tout comme lui.
Okay.
Donc, ce n'est pas très évident de bouger sur le bateau.
Christophe in the bateau.
En face de nous voyons Christophe qui fait, comme je vous le disais tout à l'heure, qui fait les photos aujourd'hui. C'est pour ça que c'est moi qui fais les commentaires, parce qu'il va nous amener, je crois, de cette sortie à mer quelques excellentes photos de ce moment historique. Et puis, comme vous voyez à côté, il y a beaucoup de monde qui est sorti du port des Sables d'Olonne pour voir l'arrivée de Jean-Luc. On ressentait déjà toute la semaine ici la joie, la peur aussi, parce que finalement, on se dit qu'avec ce mât-là que vous voyez, moi je suis assise, je ne vois pas exactement ce que vous voyez, mais je pense que c'est lui que vous voyez. C'est ce fameux mât qui nous fait à tous tellement peur. Vous vous rappelez, n'est-ce pas, que c'était juste avant le Cap Horn qui s'est mis à faillir. Et Jean-Luc, qui nous avait avoué tellement de fois avant, et ça vous le savez aussi, il nous a dit tellement de fois combien il détestait la remontée de l'Atlantique. Dans chacun de ses tours du monde, ce qu'il a le plus détesté, m'a-t-il dit avant le départ, Pontonem, pendant qu'il préparait sa course, c'était la remontée de l'Atlantique. Et je pense qu'il n'aurait jamais imaginé faire toute la remontée de l'Atlantique avec un mât qui faisait du bruit, qui grinçait, qui pouvait lui faire défaut à tout moment. Et c'est pour ça que notre joie ici à tous est immense de le voir un coup debout après ces mois de remontée, mais aussi après ces quelques derniers jours, parce que finalement, vous l'avez bien vu avec moi, le golfe de Gascogne a failli, nous a tous tenus en haleine effrayés pendant ces 2 jours et ces 2 nuits de dernière tempête pour Jean-Luc. Et le voilà ce matin arrivé souriant. Je suis heureuse de voir ses yeux là, juste en face de moi. Je ne sais pas si vous pouvez les voir, parce que nous sommes un petit peu loin. Je ne sais pas si vous le voyez aussi, si vous pouvez voir son visage, mais de le voir là, arrivé à 73 ans, c'est pas l'âge qui compte. C'est pas l'âge qui compte, et il a toujours dit que lorsqu'on y croit, on fait tout, on gagne. Il l'a dit avant cette course, il a encore dit à Aubard lorsque nous l'avons croisé il y a 3 mois. Et malgré ces nuits de tempête où sans doute lui aussi a eu peur pour ce mois, et c'est il est en train de dire maison. Je ne sais pas si vous l'avez vu. Il montre la chambre et il dit maison. Ça fait 7 mois, ça fait plus de 200 jours de mer.
Good to see you, Jean Luc. Good to see you.
C'est bon de te voir.
Yeah.
Et donc le voilà.
Okay, so Jean Luc's looking very happy. He looks a little bit thinner actually. It's obviously been a tough trip around, and we're now looking at the. I'll just come up and look at the mast. We're looking at the damage of the mast. It's still a bit distanced off, but he's got lots of extra rigging going down to the deck and lots of bits strapped around the spreaders there. But the boat's looking pretty good. Absolutely, pretty good. So we're very happy to see him. And he'll be happy to get in. He's been dreaming about food, food and seeing family and friends. In fact, I'm just trying to work out where's Adil. His wife is here on a cat, but anyway, around somewhere. And the plan is now when they get to the finish line, which is still maybe a mile or so away, he will be boarded by Adil, his wife, and Lionel, his manager, and they'll help organise the tow. We've got a tow because he's run out of fuel, and slowly head down the famous channel. And there's quite a few people there, considering it's a Tuesday morning and it's raining and it's overcast and it's quite cool. So that's kind of good. Not as big as a Sunday afternoon, but not bad. And anyway, the boat looks great and he looks good. Surprisingly, the whole barnacle issue, I think everyone knows about the barnacles, and his bottom is perfectly clean. There's a few barnacles on the stern quarters there, and the transom's a bit slimy and all the rest of it. The hull looks fantastic, so that'll be a topic of discussion for sure. People will be asking lots of questions, and I know Jean Luc is completely blown away by the fact that he's here. You know, we've had some chats on the phone and bits and pieces. He thought he was out of the race when he got pitch poled and rolled over and damaged the mast. It was quite a shocking experience. Not so much for the well, it would have been scary and all that sort of stuff, but it was shocking because it was the end of his race, and this is obviously the last solo circumnavigation Jean Luc will do. And he's never actually won a solo race. He's been in a heap of them. He's been on the podium nearly every time, second or third, but never actually got to win anything in terms of first place. And what a way to do it! This is 50 years ago. The original Golden Globe race for Jean Luc was a huge inspiration. He's still got the original Paris Match magazine that featured Bernard Matessier and Joshua sailing around the world. It inspired him. It got him into solo sailing. He started off in the mini transats and little plywood boat, 21-footer across the Atlantic, and then that led to other transatlantics and in normal boats, and then went on to the BOC, and that's where I first met Jean Luc in the BOC in Sydney when I was race director there, and Robin, or Sydney race director. Robin was the overall race director, and it was quite amazing. We've been good friends ever since, and he went on to do the Vendée Globe and all the other major events a couple of times, but he's never won. So now 50 years later he's doing the ultimate race for him, and he's going to be a winner. It's quite something special. It's really starting to pour down, or as we say in Australia, piss down at the moment with rain, and I'm not totally prepared because of a long story, and the gear's getting wet, so I might move down to the back of the boat. So we might get under cover a bit before we drown the camera.
Oh, yes.
So stand by, and I'll see if we can bring you all into a bit more shelter. At least get at the back of the boat here. Don't want the camera to die. Sorry? Oh, we're all in the boat now. So we might just shut it down for the moment until we get over the line and stuff, and then we'll see how we go with bits and pieces. So we'll be back again shortly as he crosses the line and continue the conversation. Before we do, what do you reckon, Robin? Pretty cool? Good reception, eh?
Fantastic reception. What's so good is to see so many boats have come out to meet him, and
Yeah.
it just goes to show, you know, the way Les Sables and France just take such an interest in this sort of adventure, sailing like this. And of course he's a local man, he's a bit of a local hero. Well, he is a local hero now for sure.
Absolutely.
But just great to see so many people coming out to meet him. And as we came out, you see the crowds already building up to greet him as he comes into the port. I think it's just wonderful.
Yeah, it is. I got to say, we're going to make some interesting statements today, and one of them without preempting, because there's only people watching this, Yannick. But we're really excited to look at the prospects of bringing the GGR back to Les Sables D'olonne in 2022. And we never forget our friends, and I think it's moved on from that now. I think we're going to start some discussions about 2022, and it'll be fantastic if we work something out and come back again, because the reception from France and the people here is just phenomenal. It's unreal. So
that's a great event for us. We're very happy of this end. We are a little bit sad because it's the beginning of the end of the race, but very happy to see Jean Luc winning, and to see how great it's growing, this event.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so we'll just give everyone a break to go and get a cup of coffee and have a bit of a break, and I reckon we'll be back in about 10 minutes or so. About 10 minutes, and it'll be down the channel. This rain looks like it's going to stick around, but you never know, we may find a hole, and we'll wipe all this down and get set up. Got to go. See you later. Yeah, Celine, go ahead. Roger that. Okay, how far away do you reckon we are? Yeah, roger that. How far?